u.com.
Welcome students. Okay, so in this session we are going to see the instruction set of 8086 microprocessor. Okay, what is instruction set? Generally, what is instruction? Instruction means what? In general word, the instruction is, that is the set of rules. Okay, for example, traffic rules or traffic instruction, we know. So these are type of instructions. Okay, similarly in our college rules is there, that is also one of the instructions. Okay, the set of rules is called as instructions. Okay, this is basic. So here we are going to study what are the different set of rules present in 8086 microprocessor. So how to use these instructions to develop program. Okay, right, today we are going to see this, the instruction set of 8086 microprocessor. Okay, right. So instruction set means that is a program language. So it is a one of the part of the language, that is a assembly language. So here first we are going to see the terms and terminologies used in this session. Okay, first term is instruction, and instruction is a binary pattern. Okay, and instruction is a binary pattern that is designed inside the microprocessor to perform the specific function. Okay, it's a pattern, some binary pattern. Okay, so it is pattern. So we are having the pattern lock in our mobile phone. Okay, right. So if you are giving the correct pattern, the lock will unlock, otherwise it is in lock condition. Okay, so this is one of the pattern. Same way, and the instruction is a binary pattern. What is binary? Binary means 1 or 0 in the form of numbers. Okay, so binary pattern that is designed inside the microprocessor to perform a specific function. So microprocessor performs some specific operations. So how it's performed, that the performance is based on the instruction given by the programmer. Okay, so there is a instruction. Then second term is opcode. So opcode, it stands for operational code. It specifies the type of operation to be performed by the CPU. Okay, that is a, it specifies the type of operation that is performed by the CPU, that is a opcode. It is a first field in the machine language instructions. What is machine language? That is the program is our machine language. Okay, so actually we are writing assembly language program. The assembly language program is understood by the human, but the microprocessor cannot understand the assembly language. So this assembly language program is again converted into machine language. Machine language means binary format, the binary numbers, that is a ones and zeros. Okay, for example, the opcode is a converted form of that means the instruction is converted into some machine language, that's a numbers, binary numbers, that is called opcode. For example, 08 is a opcode for instruction move x comma y. Okay, so the 08 is a opcode, the number is a opcode. This opcode is dedicated for move x comma y, the instruction. Then third term is operand. Operand means we also say it is data on which operation should act. So the data, which data we are going to act. Okay, for example, if you are going to do addition, so addition between where? Okay, what are the data? A comma B. It's a two different data. Okay, operand may be register values or memory values. Okay, so the operand is stored in register or in memory. Okay, the CPU execute the instruction using information present in the field, that means operand field. It may be 8-bit or 16-bit data. Okay, operand means data. The data present only in register or in memory. Okay, only two options. Okay, right. The next one is assembler. Assembler, what is assembler? Assemble means group, making group, it's a assemble. Assembler is a software, okay, that is used to convert the instruction into sequence of binary bits. What is sequence? Sequence means continuous. Okay, so assembler is a software that convert the instruction into binary bits so that this binary can be read by microprocessor. Okay, so it is convert the assembly language into machine language, that is a assembler. Okay, so we will see in a lab. Okay, right. Then mnemonics. Okay, so mnemonics, these are the symbolic code for either instruction or command to perform particular function. Mnemonics, okay, the symbolic code for either instruction or commands to perform particular function. So move, add, sub, these are the mnemonics. Okay, right. Then different types of instruction set of 8086 microprocessor. Okay, different types of instruction set in 8086 microprocessor. Okay, around 8 different types of instruction present in microprocessor. So data copy or transfer instruction, arithmetic logical instructions, branch instruction, loop instructions, machine control instruction, flag manipulation instruction, shift and rotate instruction, string instructions. Okay, so these are the instructions used in 8086 microprocessor. We are going to see one by one. Okay, so the first one is data copy or data transfer instruction. Okay, so data copy or data transfer instruction is based on move. Okay, move destination comma source. Okay, so here there will be a transfer of data from one point to another point, that means one memory location to another memory location, or the transfer of data between source to destination. Source can be register or memory or immediate data. Okay, destination can be register or memory. Okay, both source and destination cannot be memory location. Okay, that is an important point. Source and destination cannot be memory location at the same time. Okay, right. So data transfer instruction just transfer the data from one register to another register, or memory to register. Okay, or register to memory. Okay, but not memory to memory. Okay, right. So that is a data transfer instruction. Data transfer instruction is basically done by move. Okay, what is move? Move is the mnemonic. Okay, move is the mnemonic. See the example, move cx comma one data 037A. Okay, that is 037A is going to be moved to cx. Similarly, move al comma bl, that means the bl register have one data, that data is moved to al. Similarly, move bx comma open bracket 0301h. So if the bracket is used means what already I told. If bracket is used means that is called as what? That is address. If bracket is used, that is called address. That means 0301 is the address. This address point one data. That data is moving to bx register. Okay, so this is a data transfer instruction. Next, see the example. Before execution, actually our instruction is move bx comma ax. Okay, see this is our instruction, move bx comma ax. What's the meaning? Data present in ax is moving to bx. This is the condition. Data present in ax, that is going to move to bx. Okay, so before execution ax equal to 2000h. Okay, then after execution bx equal to 2000. Okay, so the data is copied from ax to bx. Okay, data is copied from ax to bx. Okay, so this is the data transfer instruction. Then another one example, consider. So before execution, here we are considered memory. Second instruction, move CL comma memory. M represent memory. So this is a memory. Okay, this is memory. This is a register. This is a AH register. This is a BH. AL register. Okay. So data present in memory. Okay. Move CL comma M. Now the data is present only in memory, not in register. So CL is a here. This is a CL register. So this is a before execution, the CL equal to no data. Then after execution, the CL equal to 40. Okay, the data is the data present in memory, that is moving to CL register. Then stack pointer. Okay, what is stack pointer? Stack pointer is a 16-bit register. Okay, it contains address of the data item currently on the top of the stack. So stack, what is stack? Generally stack means the temporary storage area. Okay, stack is a temporary storage area. So stack performance is last in first out or first in last out. Okay, just like we are putting chapati in our DN box. Okay, the last chapati is taken first. Okay, so last in first out. Okay, or first in last out. So one way direction. Okay, right, this is a stack. So the stack is a 16-bit register. It contains address of the data that is currently on the top of the stack. So top stack la என்ன data இருக்கோ அந்த data ஓட address இது ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கும். That is a stack pointer. Okay, so stackங்கிறது ஒரு டியூன் பாக்ஸ் போல, அதில் நம்ம வந்து டேட்டாவை ஃபில் பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருப்போம். ஓகே, ஸோ ஃபஸ்ட் டேட்டா லாஸ்ட்டில் இருக்கும், அப்படியே மேலேக்கே வந்துட்டு. ஓகே, ஸோ டாப்பில் என்ன டேட்டா இருக்கோ அதனுடைய அட்ரஸை மாத்திரம் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வைக்கிறதானது ஸ்டாக் பாயிண்டர். ஓகே, ஸோ stack pointer uses two instructions. One is a push instruction, another one is a pop instruction. Okay, if you are using push instruction, the data is moving to the stack. Okay, now the stack pointer point the current data. Okay, when we are doing pop operation, so during the time of push operation, the data the address of the stack pointer is decreases. During the time of pop means the opposite of push operation. At the time the data is taken from stack, so the address of the stack is increasing. Okay, this is a stack pointer concept. Then push register or push instruction. So in push registers we are having no destination. Okay, push source. The source may be a register or memory address. Okay, or segment register. So this instruction pushes the data present in the source to stack. In this stack pointer is decremented by 2 for 16 bit. It is decremented by 1 for 8 bit. Okay, the higher bit data is pushed first. For example, if it is 16 bit, the higher bit is pushed first, then lower bit is pushed. Okay, so this is a instruction format of stack push AX. Okay, so say this is a push AX means the data present in AX, that is a 16-bit data, move to stack stack memory. Okay, push DS. Okay, so DS register data segment. Okay, that is moved to stack. Then push 5000 in bracket. That means 5000 is not a data, that is a memory address. So the 5000 points some data, that data is moved to stack. So this is a example of how the stack operates. Okay, so initial condition or initial stage, the stack pointer in the bottom of the stack. Okay, the stack pointer point the bottom of the stack. See, the stack pointer point the bottom of the stack. Then first higher bit is loaded. Now the stack pointer is points the higher byte. Okay, or next address. Okay, So stack pointer. Then the stack pointer is decrements. The address is decrement. Initially, for example, it point 1000. After that, it is decremented to 999. Okay, right. After that, it will decrement to 998 like that. Okay, right. Then second data is loaded. The lower bit is loaded. Now the stack pointer point the top data, the current data, that is a lower byte data. So this is a example of stack pointer. Okay, right. Then how the push instruction is executed. So this is an example. Before execution, our instruction is push CX. Okay, so that means the data present in CX that is moving to stack. Here this is a stack. The stack starting address is 2000, 2001, 2002 like that. Okay, so here CX is CH is 10, CL is 50. So CX equal to 50. That means 1050. That is a CX value. So that is going to load up to stack. This is a before execution. Then after execution, and the higher byte, higher order CH byte is loaded to stack first. After that, lower byte is loaded to stack. This is a push CX operation. Then pop instruction. Pop is just opposite to push. So we are taking the data from stack. Push is we are loading data to stack. Pop instruction is taking the data from stack. Okay, so the same format of push instruction. While taking the data from stack, the stack pointer is incremented. Okay, first we are taking lower byte data, then after that we are taking higher byte data. Okay, so pop AX, pop PX, then pop 5000. So the data is stored in the stack is again moved to, that is the concerned register or memory. Okay, right. This is an example of pop instruction. Initially the data pointer point lower byte top of the stack. Okay, then second version stack pointer is again points next data. The first icon is taken out. Okay, after that data taken, that is a higher bit is taken here. Then after the higher bit is taken, the stack pointer point the lowest of stack. Okay. This is example of pop PX. Initially PX equal to we are having PX values here. Okay, actually PX is PH and PL. This is a PX. So there is no data present in PH and PL. Stack pointer points 2000 currently. This is a stack pointer address. This is a stack. So this is actually 50 is a higher byte, 30 is a lower byte. Lower byte is pointed by the 2000, higher byte is pointed by 2001. If you are executing pop PX, so this 3050 is loaded into BX register. BX equal to 3050. Okay, right. This is a pop instruction. See, BX equal to BH and BL. Okay, 5030. Right. Okay. Next one. That is a exchange instruction. Exchange the destination and source. So this instruction exchange the data between source and destination. Okay, so the source data is moved to destination and the destination data is moved to source. In order to do exchange in a C program, we are using one temporary storage. That means A content is moved to C, then C content is moved to B. Okay, right. At the same time, B content is moved to another one temporary register, that is again moved to A register. Okay, if you are extending A and B, you are doing this operation. But here, single instruction can exchange AX and BX in the fraction of seconds. Okay, the example format is exchange BX comma AX. Exchange BX comma AX. That means the data between AX and BX is exchanged. Similarly, exchange between memory address and AX. So the data between AX and memory address is exchanged. So first one, this is a before execution. AX equal to 2040, BX equal to 7080. Okay, so this is the input. Our instruction is exchange AX comma BX. After execution, this 7080 is moving to AX and 2040 is moving to BX. Say this is the after execution, so the data is exchanged. Okay, right. Then in, so in AX or AL. Okay, in means getting data from input port. So the in and out instruction, that is used to access IO port. Okay, in means getting inputs from IO port. Out means providing output to the IO port. Okay, it reads the data from specific port address. It copies the data to accumulator from port with 8-bit or 16-bit address. Okay, DX is only registered to allow to carry the port address. So in AL comma 80, that means 80H is the address, that is the address contain some port, that port having some value, that value is moving to AL register. Similarly, in AX comma DX means DX store the address of the particular port. Okay, so this is execution of in AL comma 80. So the port 80 is a port address that having the data 10. Okay, then after the execution, AL equal to 10. Okay, right, the data is copied to AL register. Okay, then out instruction, just opposite to in instruction. So output port are that getting the data from microprocessor and it is display or doing anything. Okay, for example, once on monitor, it receives the data from CPU and it display the data, that is the output. Monitor is the output. Similarly, in our microprocessor, we are having the output port. So microprocessor provide the data to output port by using out instructions. So this is also same as of in instruction. So an out instruction having out 80H comma AL. That means the data present in AL, that is moving out to location 80H. Similarly, the data present in AX is moving out to DX. Okay, by using out instructions. Okay, this is a out 8-bit or 16-bit. This is the execution of out 50 comma AL. So initially the 50 is the address, okay, that having that data. Okay, before execution, AL is a 40. Okay, so initially the output having 50, that having 10, then AL is a 40. After the execution, the 10 is replaced by the 40. Okay, so the 10 is replaced by the 40, that is coming from AL register. Okay, so AL is moving to output port. So this is the out instruction. Then XL80 instruction, it is also known as translate instruction. Okay, it is used to find the code in case of code conversion. Okay, so this instruction is mainly in code conversion. It translates the code of key pressed to the corresponding 7-segment code. Okay, so 7-segment, it translates the code of key pressed to the corresponding 7-segment code. What is 7-segment? 7-segment LED, it's a LED that is used to display the numbers. Okay, so 7-segment LEDs is present in weight machine. Okay, then digital watch. Okay, right, and digital clock, and that we are having 7-segment display. Okay, LED display, it is between the color of green or red. Okay, so in order to display code that is coming from input device, that is a keyboard. Okay, that is given to this 7-segment LED in the form of exalt instruction that translate the code into 7-segment code. After execution this instruction, the content of AL register is always get replaced. Okay, so exalt, then LEA. So LEA means load effective address, so known as load effective address. It load the effective address formed by the destination into source register. Okay, so LEA BX comma AX, that means effective address that is present in address that is loaded to BX. Similarly, LEA SI comma address of BX. BX is a register that store one number. That number act as a address that is moved to source index SI. These are the LEA. Okay, load effective address. Then LDS and LES. LDS is also known as load data segment. LES is also known as load extra segment. Okay, so these two instructions are used to load the data segment or extra segment from one memory address. Here the memory address is a source is a memory address. It load the content of data segment or extra segment and the content of destination to the content of source register. Okay, so this instruction that is used to load the data from data segment or extra segment or memory to the specified destination register. Okay, so this is the example execution example of LDS BX comma, that is 5000. Then LES BX comma 5000. Okay, right? So BX equal to 2010. Okay, 2010. So this is a memory address. Okay, 5000, 5001, 5000, something like that. So 5000 having 10, 20, 30, 40 like this. Okay, right? So LDS means we are loading 5000 to BX register. Okay, so lower data 10 is loaded to BX BL, that is a lower 8 bit. Then 20H, that means the 20 is loaded to higher bit. Similarly LES also. Okay, right? This is a data segment or extra segment. Okay, right? So that is loading from the 5002. Okay, right? Then the before okay, clear? Then LAHF, this instruction load AH register from the content of lower byte of flag register. So L represent load. Okay, see the instruction here. The L represent load. AH means higher byte of A register. F means flag register. F is a flag register. So this instruction load the AH register from the content of lower byte of the flag register. This command is used to observe the status of the flag registers. Okay, so status of flag register, already we have studied the flag register in architecture. Okay, flag register indicate the status of microprocessor. So what are the different status of microprocessor is indicated by the flag register. So in order to observe the status of microprocessor, we must read the flag register. To read the flag register, we have to use this instruction load AH LAHF. Okay, this is only mnemonic only present, that is no operand. Okay, that means no source and no destination registers present in this instruction. Similarly SAHF store. Okay, so here S represent set. Okay, here L represent load. This instruction set or reset all the conditional flag or flag register with respect to the corresponding bit position. Okay, set or reset the flag register. Here we are observe the flag status of flag register. Here we are loading the data to flag register by using SAHF. Okay, the next one, push and pop. Already we have studied this instruction from stack pointer. Okay, so this instruction decrement the stack pointer by 2 push instruction. It copy the content of flag register to memory. Actually, push F represent flag register. It copy the content of flag register to memory location pointed by the stack pointer. Similarly, push F. Okay, example, there is a push F there. Here only source, no destination. Sorry, only destination, no source. Similarly, pop instruction. This is the instruction increment the stack pointer by 2. Whenever we are doing pop operation, the stack pointer is incremented by 2. Whenever we are doing the push operation, the stack pointer is decremented by 2. Okay, it copies the content of memory location pointed by the stack pointer to flag register. Okay, so this instruction incremented stack pointer by 2. Okay, so it is copy the content present in the memory to the flag register. This is a push F is data is moving from flag to memory. Here memory to flag register. Okay, right. Next one, we are going to see arithmetic instructions. So up to these instructions we have studied the data transfer instructions. Okay, data transfer between memory to register or register to memory or register between register. Okay, but no data transfer takes place at the same time between memory and memory. Okay, that is an important point. Next we are going to see the arithmetic instructions. So arithmetic instruction means we already know about arithmetic operation, that is addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, increment, decrement. Okay, these are the some arithmetic operations. So we will see one by one. First one, that is arithmetic instructions. First instruction is add, ADD, destination and source. Okay, we are adding the two data that is present in source and destination. Okay, right. So here the addition takes place between memory and register, or register between register, or register and memory, but not between memory and memory. Okay, so after the addition the result is stored in AX register. Okay, so whenever we are doing any arithmetic and logical operation, one register should be constant, that is AX register. So all the data are flowing through AX register. Okay, right. So if you want to do addition, one data should be present in AX register, another one data present from memory or from other register or anywhere. Okay, but the result is stored in AX register. So that AX register is also called as accumulator. Add AX comma 2020, that means data present in 2020, sorry, this is a data, the data 2020 is added with the data present in AX register. So here add AX comma BX, this instruction indicate and the data present in AX and BX both are added. Okay, right. Then this is the example. Before execution, AX equal to 1010. Okay, and here the 2020 is a immediate data, that is a immediate addressing mode. Okay, then AH equal to 1010, sorry, AX equal to 1010. Then okay, sorry, this is the second one. Okay, the first instruction before execution, AX equal add AX comma 2020. So AX equal to 1010, that is a random data. Similarly, add AX comma BX. Okay, so AX having one data, BX having one data. So this is AX data, this is BX data. Okay, so after the execution, what will happen? So this 10, this 10, these two are added. 10 plus 10, sorry, 10 comma 10 1010 plus 2020. This is a number, direct data. Other added 3030 is stored in accumulator. Similarly, initially before execution, AH is 1010, BH is 2020. Both are added. So the result is 3030, that is stored in accumulator or AX register or AHAL register. Okay, right. This is the addition operation. Next one we are going to see ADC, destination comma source. So this is also addition instruction. This instruction add carry flag value along with the two numbers. Okay, so this is a simple addition operation. So this instruction add with carry, okay, so it is add the source and the destination and carry flag value. If the carry flag equal to 1 means it is also add that one with the current result. Okay, so the result is again stored in the destination operand, that means AX register. This is an example of ADC AX comma 2020 ADC AX comma BX. Whenever they are adding the AX and BX value at the time, it will add the carry value, that is a CY value. Then INC source. So this is a INC represent increment source value. The source may be a data or address. Okay, right? So whenever we execute INC AX, at the time AX equal to AX plus 1. Then increment 5000 height. This is a memory address because we are having the bracket here. So 5000 is incremented to 5001. That memory address is incremented. So this is a simple instruction that is used to increment the data or address. So before execution and after execution. Okay. See, INC AX means initially AX equal to 1010. After execution AX equal to 1011. Before execution INC 5000 heights. So 5000 heights on the 1010 data இருக்கு. After execution the 1010 is incremented to 1011. Okay. Okay, excuse me. Okay, next one, decrement source instruction. This is same as set of increment instruction, but just decrement the destination source value. So decrement DEC AX means AX equal to AX minus 1. So the value is decremented. Similarly, the address, this value is also decremented. Decrement 5000 bracket means, so the data present in 5000 is decremented by 1. Okay, so this is a example of the decrement AX and decrement 5000 bracket. So initially before execution AX equal to 1010. After execution AX equal to 1009. Similarly before execution it is 1010. 5000 H having 1010. After execution it is 1009. So this is the increment decrement operations. Then subtraction. So this instruction same as that of addition instruction, but it will perform subtraction of source and destination. Okay, so this instruction subtract the content of source operand from content of destination operand. So subtract the source, destination minus source. Source may be immediate data, memory location or register. Destination may be memory location or register. So here the source may be immediate data or memory or register, but the destination should be memory or register. Okay, the result is stored in destination place. Okay, sub AX comma 1000, that means the data that is AX minus B 1000. Similarly sub AX comma BX means AX minus BX. See, before execution and after execution. Before execution, consider the first instruction sub AX comma 1000. Okay, AX value equal to 2020. Then 1000 immediate data, that is after the result. Okay, 2020 minus 10100 means that is also 1000. That is stored in AH register, that is a destination register, that is accumulator. Then this is a sub AX comma BX, that means initially AX equal to 2020 BX equal to 1000. So after the execution AX equal to 1000, BX value is again maintained. Okay, so AX value 2000 minus 1000 equal to 1000. Okay, right. Next one, SBB. Okay, so yes, subtraction. This is same as set of ADC instruction in addition. Here this instruction subtract the borrow also. It subtract the source minus subtract the destination and source, and also borrow. Okay, carry flag. Okay, it's also considered the carry. Okay, that is a SBB. So SBB AX comma 1000 means AX minus 1000 minus carry flag. Okay, similarly SBB AX comma BX means AX minus BX, AX equal to AX minus BX minus carry flag. Okay, right, this is a subtraction. So before execution, see sub ax comma 1000. Okay, ax comma 1000, ax equal to 2020. Okay, right. Then after the execution, this is a borrow equal to 1, so ax equal to 2020. Here immediate data 1000, so 2020 minus 1000, that is equal to 1020, again minus 1, that is a borrow. Okay, that is equal to 1019, that is stored in ax register. Okay, right. So this is a subtraction. My system is somewhat slow. Okay, next we are going to see the comparison. CMP destination comma source. So this instruction compare the data between source and destination and produce the output that will affect the flag register. Okay, so CMP means compare. This instruction compare the content of source and destination. Okay, the source may be immediate data. Okay, already we know that. Okay, source is a 3 format: immediate data, register, okay, then memory. Destination is only 2 format, that is memory address or register. Okay, right. So the result is stored in flag register, that is a carry flag, and a 0 flag will be affected. So for example, compare ax comma 1000. So ax value is compared with 1000. Okay, then the result is stored in cy and 0 flag, ZF and cy flag. Then comp ax combs, that is a compare ax comma bx, means the data present in ax and bx is both are compared. So this is a comparison formula. If source and destination equal to same, then carry flag equal to 0 and 0 flag is also 0. Okay, right. So 0 flag equal to 1. Okay, when destination is greater than source, carry flag equal to 0. Okay, so and 0 flag is also 0. When destination less than source, means carry flag equal to 1 and 0 flag equal to 0. This is a formula. Based on the formula, the comparison instruction is executed. Okay, right. So these are the common instruction. If carry ds is equal to source, destination equal to source, means carry flag equal to 0, 0 flag equal to 1. Destination is greater than source, means carry flag equal to 0 and 0 flag is 0. Destination less than source, means carry flag equal to 1 and 0 flag equal is 0. This is a comparison instruction. Another one important instruction is, that is AAA. That is the expansion of AAA, means ASCII adjust after addition. So after the addition, this instruction adjusts the value or the result of addition into ASCII. Okay, what is the expansion of ASCII? That means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. American Standard Code for Information Interchange, that is a ASCII. Okay, the data entered from the terminal in ASCII format. In ASCII, 0 to 9 are represented by 30 to 39. Just 30 is all with the given number. This instruction allows us to add ASCII codes. This instruction does not have any operand. Okay. Other ASCII instructions. Okay, AAS, ASCII adjust for subtraction. AAM, ASCII adjust for multiplication. AAD, ASCII adjust for division. Okay, right. So this is a ASCII adjust instruction. So this instruction is very important instruction, very important 2 more question. Okay, okay, we will see this instruction in laboratory. Okay, right. Similarly, this is a DAA, decimal adjust after addition. Okay, in previous instruction this is a ASCII adjust, here it's a decimal adjust after addition. This instruction is used to make show that the result of adding to BCD number is adjusted to correct BCD number. It only works on AL register. It is only works for 8-bit. Okay. This is to make sure that the result of adding to BCD number is adjusted to correct BCD number. Okay. What is BCD? Binary coded decimal number. BCD means binary coded decimal number. So decimal number is coded by binary value. Okay. Then DAS, decimal adjust for after subtraction. So this instruction is also adjust the subtraction output to BCD number. Okay, we will see next in detail. Then multiplication operand, MUL. So this is also another simple instruction that is used to multiply two numbers, multiply between source and destination. But here the instruction contain only source. Okay, MUL BH. So BH is the destination. Okay, right? Actually here the format is MUL only one destination only. Source is that is a fixer, that is AX is the source. Okay, right? The result, actually MUL BH means the data present in AX is multiplied with BH, and the result is stored in AX register and DX register. If you are multiplying two 16-bit number, the result is 32-bit number. So AX can occupy 16-bit number. Remaining higher 16-bit number is stored in DX register. This is a multiplication operation. See, MUL BH means AX equal to AL into BH. Okay, right? So for example, 3 cross 4 equal to 12. It is stored in AX register. Next one we are going to see IMUL operation. IMUL. So signed multiplication. Here the sign is indicated. The positive and the negative number is considered. IMUL means here the two negative number is multiplied, the result is positive number. So that is a signed multiplication. Okay, that is a difference between MUL and IMUL. Here also the same format. The source is always accumulator. So the data present in accumulator and BH register is multiplied. Then the result is stored in AX register. Next one I want to see divide. Okay, DIV. So divide and multiplication both are same. MUL both are same. Here their divide operation is performed. Okay, right? So the operand may be a register memory. Okay, so AL equal to AX divided by operand 18-bit or 16-bit. AH is the remainder. So move AX. For example, this is on program, it's not an instruction. Move AX comma 0 to 03. That means AX equal to 0 to 03. Then BL equal to 04. This is second data. Then IDIV means that is a signed division. Okay, so BL, that means AL equal to 2003 divided by 04. AL divided by BL, that means AX divided by BL. The result is, answer is AL equal to 50, that is a quotient. AH is a 3, that is a remainder. This is stored in AX register. So after the division, the result is stored in AX register. Then this is a signed division, IDIV. In previous example, we are having a DIV, not IDV. The computer is slow. Okay, so here DIV only, that is a division operation, not IDIV. Okay, so next I want to say the signed division. Here we can use positive and negative numbers. The result is based on the division. Okay, so AX is a negative number. So move ax comma minus 0 to 03. So that is a ax is a negative number. Then move bl comma 04. 04 is a divider. Then divide div. Here the example is totally changed. Here idiv. We can say here idiv bl. So al equal to minus 0 to 03 divided by 4, that is equal to 50. The 50 is stored in al register and the remainder is stored in eh register. Okay, right. Here we are going to see some examples. Okay, mul see some example of multiplication operation. Mul bl, it's a 8-bit operation. Bl is a 8-bit operation. So al into bl, okay, that is equal to 85. See, al equal to 85, bl equal to 55, eh equal to 0 h, and 85, sorry, here for 35. Okay, 85 and 35 h, this is a result. Then ax equal to 1 by 89 h. Then I mul here into bl. Okay, that is a 2's complement. Okay, similarly division operation. So div bl means ax divided by bl. Okay, so 0 to 85 divided by 35. The result is 0 to, okay, the 0 to is present in al and the remainder is, that is 1b, that is stored in ah register. Okay, this is the second division. Okay, in order to consume less time, you skip these examples. Okay, let's example 3, example 4. Okay, right. Next we are going to see local or bit manipulation instructions. Okay, bit manipulation. So we can manipulate a single bit by some instruction, that is called bit manipulation instruction. These instructions are used to bit level, not byte level. What is the difference between bit level and byte level means? Bit means single digit, byte means 8 digits. Okay, this instruction can be used for testing 0-bit, set or reset a bit, shift the bit across registers. Okay, bit manipulation instruction or logical instruction. Okay, so another name is logical instruction. So AND operation, OR operation, XOR, NOT, and these are the NOR. These are the bit manipulation instructions. Okay, say AND BL comma 0FH. That means BL is a register having some data. That data is OR with AND with 0F instruction, 0F. Okay, this is the AND operation. Then OR operation. So OR operation means there is OR on register comma some data. So this instruction OR that given data with so destination or source instructions. Similarly XOR instruction. Okay, so these are the XOR and the instructions. And CL comma FC. Okay, C FC is immediate data. CL is already we are given here. Where it is given? It's not given. Where CL is contained one data. Okay, so if you are performing the AND operation, so it is a bit level operation. Okay, this is a FC. Okay, this is a FC. FC equal to 11111100. So this data is AND with another one data that is present in CL. So wherever one, then the same data is repeated in the output. எங்கெல்லாம் ஒன்று இருக்கோ அங்கெல்லாம் அந்த சிஎல் என்ன வேல்யூ இருக்கோ அது அப்படியே ரிப்பீட் ஆகும். இங்கே 0 இருக்கிறது மட்டும் 0 வரும். ஓகே, ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த AND ஆப்ரேஷன். சிமிலர்லி திஸ் இஸ் OR ஆப்ரேஷன். ஓகே, OR ஆப்ரேஷன், ரைட், just like a addition, but it's not addition. Okay, then XOR operation, right. These are the logical operation. Next one, shift instruction, SHL, shift left. So this instruction perform the logical left shift on destination operand, filling the lowest bit with 0. So the data in the register is shifted left. Okay, so data present here is shifted here, here shifted here, likewise. And the last, the empty spaces filled by the 0, empty spaces filled by 0. Consider one small program, move dl comma 5d. Okay, that is a d means decimal number. So dl equal to 5. Then shift dl 1. Okay, shift dl comma 1. This 1 indicate how much time we have to shift. If it is 2 minutes, we 2 times the data will shift. So before execution, the dl equal to 5, that is 0 1 0 1, that is a 5. After execution, this one is moving here, this one is moving here, this 0 is moving here, this one is moving here, the remaining the 0 is there. This place is now empty, this empty place is filled by 1 0. Okay, so if you are doing left shift, the given number is multiplied by 2. So the given number is input is 5. After one time left shift, the input is 10. So if you are doing multiplication or by 2, we can simply do left shift. Okay, if you are doing left shift, the data is multiplied by 2. Then similarly right shift, the same method, the data is shifted in right side, the lower end is filled by the 0, higher end is filled by the 0, the empty space is filled by the 0. So dl equal to 80, the input is 80. Okay, if we are shifting first time, the data is divided by 2. Left shift means multiplied by 2, right shift means divided by 2. The 80 is shifted right one time, so that is equal to 40. That means the data is divided by 2. Again the second shift, the 40 is again divided by, that is 2. That means it is 20. The answer is 20, but it is wrong. Okay, so it is divided by 2. Then SCR instruction, shift accumulator right arithmetic shift on the destination operand. What is previous shift and arithmetic shift? Here see, arithmetic shift preserve the number sign, preserve the sign of the number. The sign of the number is indicated by the higher bit. Higher bit is indicated by the sign. The sign of the number is indicated by the higher bit. The higher bit is again maintained here and is shifted to next level also. Okay, so minus 80 is a negative number. If it is shift this number by one time, then what will happen? It is divided by 2, that is 40. Again it is divided by 2, that is 20. There's a distance. Okay, right? Sorry, actually right here the shift is done by 2 times. Okay, two times, so it is 2 times divided. Okay, 20, then after that again 20 divided by 2, that is equal to 10. That the answer is right. Okay, so this is the SCR instruction, preserve the sign of the number. Okay, say shifting n bit left, that is multiply the operand by 2 power n. For example, 5 into 2 power 2, that is equal to 20. Shifting right, n bit divides the operand by 2 power n. Okay, so 2 power n, if you are shifting left and right, so that is one time. If you are shifting the number left one time, that is equal to multiply by 2. If it is shifting right the number by one time, that is equal to divided by 2. Okay, right? Then rotate instructions. Okay, so what is the difference between rotate and shift? Here this is a rotate left instructions. Okay, in shift instruction the lower empty bit is filled by 0, but in rotate instruction the higher bit is moved to lower bit. Okay, this is the rotate instructions. Okay, see move AL comma binary data, 1111 0000. Okay, then after rotate one time, the higher bit is moving to the lower bit, then this bit is shifted right. So 1111 000001, this is a ROL instruction. Okay, right? So this is a difference between shift and a rotate instruction. So this higher bit is moving to lower bit. This is a important point. Similarly, rotate right instruction. So when the all the numbers are rotated to right side, so here the lower bit is rotate to or copied to higher bit, then it is higher bit is moving in the air. Okay, this bit moving here, this bit moving here, then here, then this bit is moving to this last bit. Okay, this is a ROR, rotate right instruction. Then RCL, here rotate left along with carry. Here carry flag is also included with the series. Okay, higher bit is moved to carry flag is moved to lower bit. Okay, so carry flag is included with the rotation. Similarly, this is the example. So CLC. Okay, the carry flag is also included. This is also right instruction. The carry flag is included along with the right rotation. So this bit is rotated here. Then this data is moving to carry flag data is moving to this lower, sorry, this higher bit. Okay, higher bit. Okay, so up to this the data transfer instruction is completed. Okay, next we are going to see the branching instruction. Okay, that means program execution transfer instructions. Okay, branching instruction or program execution or transfer instruction. So this instruction cause change in the sequence of execution of instruction. So it will change the sequence of execution. This change can be through a condition or sometimes unconditional. It is a conditional or unconditional. Conditional is represented by the flag registers. Okay, so the branching instruction or program execution transfer instruction can transfer the execution to next level or different level. Okay, so it is two types, conditional and non-conditional. The conditional is represented by flag registers. Okay, right. First one, call DES, that means call destination. Call means what? So we are calling some sub program to main program. Okay, so we have an idea about call instruction in C program, right? So some other program present in anywhere that is included with the main program. For example, if you are doing some operation repeatedly, okay, so if you are going to calculate some percentage, this percentage calculation is we are continuously using in different places. So in this condition, if you are writing the code for calculating percentage at every time, so the program size is larger. Okay, and the code size is larger, so it will reduce the speed of the execution. To avoid these demerits, we are using or we are making the percentage calculation program as separate. Okay, and we are stored in some location. Whenever we need the percentage calculation, at the time we are calling the percentage calculation from main program. Okay, so this is a call operation. Okay, right. So that is the percentage calculation program is called as subroutine program. Okay, that is a subroutine program. Okay, this instruction is used to call a subroutine or function or procedure. Okay, the address of next instruction after call is saved on the stack. Okay, so then return instruction is also included along with the call instruction. Whenever the destination, that means the subroutine is completed, the return instruction is executed. So the return instruction return the program control to main program. Okay, the program control to procedure or subprogram to main program or calling program. Every call instruction should have return instruction, otherwise the link is break. Okay, this is an example for call instruction. So this is a main program. Okay, here this is a sub program or subroutine. Okay, so this subroutine present in another location, this is present in another location. Here your call subroutine, the time the program control is moving to first instruction of subroutine. Now the processor execute the subroutine program. When the execution is complete, it execute the return instruction. Whenever it execute the return instruction, the program control is moving to next instruction of the call. Okay, next instruction of the call. Now the processor execute the main program continuously. Again we are in the we are having the same call subroutine. Then the program control is transferred to first instruction. Then the program execute the subroutine, and it is last, and finally it execute the return. Then again it is enter into next instruction of the call, subroutine call. Okay, so this is a procedure. So this subroutine program can be used in n times, okay, to reduce the code size. Okay, this is a call and return instruction. And another one is a jump destination. This instruction is to unconditional jump from one place to another place. Then JXSBES, all the conditional jump follow some conditional statement or any instruction after the flag is the conditional jump instruction. Okay, so this is a JXX instruction. These are some conditional jump table. So JMP means it is an unconditional jump. Then here this is a conditional jump. JA means jump if above. JAE means jump if above or equal. JB means jump if below. So these three instructions cannot execute alone. It is depends on one comparison instruction. So before execute this instruction, we have to made one comparison instruction. Then only we can perform this JA, JAE, JB. And similarly, JBE jump below or equal. JC jump if carry. Whenever we are doing addition operation, the carry flag will set whenever we are doing overflow occurs. Okay, at the time jump carry is enabled, JC is enabled, jump if carry. Okay, similarly jump if equal, then jump not carry, JNC, then jump if not equal, then jump if not 0, then jump if parity even, then jump if parity odd, jump if is 0. Okay, so these jump instruction mainly depends on flag registers. These jump instruction depends on comparison instruction. Okay, so these are some conditional jump instructions. Okay, right. So this is a branching instruction. Then loop. This is also same as unconditional jump instruction. So this looping instruction, number of times looping is required is placed in the CX register. Okay, with each iteration the content of the CX is decremented. So zero flag is every time checked whenever every loop is completed. The zero flag is checked. Okay, if the zero flag is 0, the loop will break. Okay, there is a loop instructions. Then the last one is a string instructions. So string is an assembly language, is just a sequentially stored byte of words. Okay, these are very strong set of string instruction in 886. By using this string instruction, the size of the program is considerably reduced. Okay, so by using single instruction, we can do many operations by using single string instruction. So CMBS destination, then source, DES, SRC. Okay, DES na destination, SRC means source. It compare the string bytes or words. SCAS string, it scan the string. Okay, it compare the string with byte in AL or with word in AX register. Okay, right, it scan. So that means it perform two operations. It compare the string with byte in AL register or AX register. Okay, it compare every time one string with data present in a AL or AX register. Okay, so it reduce the size of the instruction. See, these are the data transfer string instruction. It causes the moving of byte or word from one string to another string. Okay, in this instruction, the source string is data segment and the destination string is extra segment. Okay, SI and DI store the offset value, that means address of the source and destination index. So these are the data transfer string instruction. So this is a move string. move string byte, move string word. Okay, these are the string operation. The next one is a repeat instruction. This instruction it's a prefix instruction. It calls the repetition of the instruction until cx becomes 0. Cx is a count register, already we have studied. So the cx load the count value. Whenever this cx is 0, the repeat instruction is stopped as like loop instructions. Okay, so the cx instruction is initially initialized by some number. So every repeat operation, the cx value become reduced by 1. Whenever the cx equal to 0, at the time the repeat operation is break. Okay, right? So this is the repeat instruction. So this is a rep, move string byte, str and str2. Okay, then process control instructions. These instructions control the processor itself. So allows to control contain control flag. Okay, so processor control instruction just control the processor. Okay, based on the flag register values. Okay, processing in a certain direction. Okay, processor synchronization if more than one microprocessor is attached. Okay, let us see the processor control instructions. First one, stc, it set the carry flag to 1. Okay, we can easily set the carry flag by 1. So the process control instruction having no operand, that means no destination, no source. CLC, clear the carry flag to 0. CMC, complement the carry flag, that means complement means 1 is 0 or 0 or 0 to not into 1. Okay, STD, set the direction flag to 1. If it is set, the string bytes are accessed from higher memory address to lower memory address. If it is 0 means it is accessed from lower memory to higher memory. Okay, that is used to control the direction of the string operation. Then CLD, it clear the direction flag to 0. CLD means this instruction clear the direction flag to 0. If it is 1, that means that the string bytes are accessed from lower memory address to higher memory address. This is also direction, control the direction flag. So it is set the direction flag is clear the direction flag. Then halt instruction. Halt instruction terminate the program. Okay, whenever it is execute halt, the program is terminated. No operation instruction, that is it take the some 3 clock cycles but do not do anything. Okay, that is a no operation instruction. Lock instruction. So this is a prefix instruction. This prefix makes sure that during the execution of instruction, control of system bus is not taken by other microprocessor. So whenever you are if you are using more than one processor in a single motherboard, so the processor bus is controlled by the lock instruction. This instruction acts as a prefix. If you are using the prefix instruction lock, then the processor buses cannot be used by other processor. Okay, so in multiprocessor we will study this lock instruction. Then similarly wait instruction is also combined with the lock instruction. This instruction takes 8086 to an idle condition, that means free condition. The CPU will not do any processing during this wait instruction is executed. Okay, whenever the wait instruction is executed, the 8086 in ideal condition. Okay, these are the some processor control instructions. So instruction set is over. Okay, right? Now we are going to see the summary. So this is easy to understand all the instructions. First we are going to see data transfer instruction. Move, exchange, load effective address. Okay, then push, pop, in, out. These are the summary. Okay, you see this. If you have any doubt, you ask in next time or ask in comment. Then arithmetic instruction, addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. Then decimal adjust, ASCII adjust. Okay, then hit, etc. These are the arithmetic instruction summary. Then bit manipulation instruction or logical instruction, and or X are not operations. Okay. Next one, shift and rotate instruction. Shift and rotate instructions. Okay. Then branching instruction or program execution transfer instruction. Call subroutine, return, jump destination, JXX destination, jump if that is a conditional loop destination. Then string instructions, compare, CMBS, SCAS, scan, then data transfer, moves B, okay, moves B and moves the, then repeat instruction. Then processor control instruction, STC set carry flag, clear carry flag, okay, then set the directional flag, then clear directional flag, then stop fetching execution, okay, no operation, lock, wait and escape. Okay, so I hope you are all listen this video to the end. Okay, thanks for watching. So instruction set is somewhat tough when you see first time. Okay, but in exam point of view, they will ask the instruction as a in 2 mark. Okay, sometimes they will ask in 6 mark questions or 4 mark question based on some important instructions. Okay, so that no need to worry about instruction set. So as a computer science student, you can just study the instruction and then you can make a program in very easiest manner, because already you have a knowledge of program in C and some other language. Okay, these instructions also same as set of some basic. Okay, if you want to add, we can use add instruction, ADD, then subtraction, SUB, like that. Okay, so easily you can understand and easily you can study the instructions. Okay, right. I hope it is not tough for you. Okay, because if a electronic student, they are studying these instructions are in first time, so they will struggle. But as a computer science student, you have a knowledge of program already, so it is easy to understand. Okay, anyway, thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe. Okay, so share this video to friends who are studying in other colleges also. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.